We take it for granted that we can get out of bed every day and don't think about what that entails, but it's actually a very complicated process as far as the brain goes. And you don't realize that until you've had some type of injury to the brain, when you realize how complicated it is. After boarding school, I came back here to go to college at Baylor University and majored in education, secondary education, PE and health, and decided I wasn't ready to have a real job, so I moved to Hawaii and worked on a cruise ship for a summer. And then I got a job teaching as a teaching assistant in one of the schools there in Honolulu, and did that for a year, and then went to work for Easter Seals. Easter Seals is a nonprofit organization, and they had set up this adult day program where the clients would come for the day, and they were various disabilities, but pretty severely disabled. And at that time, I really didn't know anything about physical therapy, but got to work with the therapist a little bit. And I liked the fact that it was one-on-one. It just seemed like something that I would be interested in. So I started looking into it and looked at the different schools and what it would take, and realized I had to go back to get my master's degree. And so then I moved back to Texas. And the types of patients that we see at TIER are, for instance, in an instant their life may be turned upside down by whether it's a car accident or a surgery, and they go from one day being able to get out of bed to becoming, in some instances, completely disabled. The brain is so complicated, and obviously affects our balance and affects our ability to speak and affects our ability to think, and all those things, you think that they wouldn't come into play with physical therapy, but it's all, you really can't separate it out, because they have to be able to think and process to perform the motor activity and to do the things that we're asking them to do. So that's when it really becomes a team effort across disciplines, as far as speech therapy and occupational therapy, and we really all have to work together. So it requires a lot of creativity and a lot of problem solving, and you're trying to figure out what's wrong and how can you fix them. And like I said, every patient's different, so it's not that you can do the same thing with every patient that comes through the door. It's something that I am motivated to do every day. I enjoy coming to work every day. I think it's just because of the opportunity that I have to affect somebody else's life and to help that person.